Welcome to the African Hub for Sustainable Creative Economies, a place to share research, knowledge and ideas. This project is funded by the Arts and Humanities Research Council in the United Kingdom. This video explores the research, the cultural centre of GugaS'thebe as a transformational creative space. This chapter is collectively written by Dr. Irma Booyens, Senior Lecturer in Work, Employment and Organisation, University of Strathclyde, Glasgow, Dipewe Nkuzo, Research Scholar at the Human Science Research Council, Cape Town, and Marco Morgan, Urbanist and Cultural Manager. Creativity is central to contemporary urban development and placemaking approaches, and is also seen in South Africa and Cape Town more specifically. Co-working spaces are also seen as the new places of the creative economy. This chapter discusses the history of Langa and the case of GugaS'thebe as a transformational creative space. This chapter draws on site visits to GugaS'thebe and a focus group discussion with 13 creative workers at the centre in June 2019. In addition, one of the authors worked for the Arts and Culture Department in the City of Cape Town, overseeing GugaS'thebe and other cultural spaces in townships. GugaS'thebe is a multi-purpose cultural space, which is the anchor of an emerging creative and tourism precinct in Langa, a township on the periphery of Cape Town, South Africa. GugaS'thebe is a compelling example of a creative space which not only serves as a makerspace for local creatives, but also stimulates a number of social and developmental spin-offs. This observation corresponds with recent work in South Africa, which demonstrates that creative activities do not only cluster in larger urban areas, offer inner city areas as the early creative city literature suggests, but are also found in peripheral urban areas, smaller cities, and even in rural areas. The success and sustainability of GugaS'thebe rests on the sustained grassroots involvement of locals, which contributes to the sense of community ownership of the space. Creative workers are not only crafters, designers or artists, but also mentors, facilitators of skills training and community workers. Facilitators appointed by the city have fulfilled their roles as creative intermediaries as well. The emphasis at GugaS'thebe is art, culture and heritage and not necessarily digital technologies, as is often the case in co-working spaces. GugaS'thebe is an intergenerational space compared to co-working spaces typically occupied by young entrepreneurs and independent creative professionals. Workers at the centre are self-organising, and social capital, local embeddedness and networks and a sense of community are integral to the success of the space, not only commercially, but also for achieving social development outcomes. This corresponds with the experience of other co-working spaces and creative city dynamics. GugaS'thebe is frequented by tourists, predominantly foreign visitors. It is recognised that not all stakeholders are necessarily in favour of the development of GugaS'thebe as a tourism space as intended by the city. That said, certain locals benefit from tourism and are positive about it, and the area is largely welcoming to visitors. Creative spaces including street art walking tours, local guides to museums, crafts making and performing arts programmes are said to be profitable for the crafters and artists at GugaS'thebe, and it allows cultural practitioners to connect with the global community through participatory culture-based experiences. GugaS'thebe is a transformative space, which not only serves as the cultural production space but also stimulates social development. This is ascribed to social embeddedness and entrepreneurship supported by community-based organisations, NPOs, and the City of Cape Town as intermediaries. If you would like to read this research in more detail, consider purchasing the book, Developing Creative Economies in Africa, Spaces and Working Practices. You can keep up to date with our work and research via the social media channels of the African Hub for Sustainable Creative Economies.